Maybe you want to create top-selling digital products, but you don't know where to start. I have the perfect solution for you. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. It is time for me to start designing my 2025 digital planner. So we are going to do that together in today's video, and you will be able to access my digital planner for free. Many creators have the motivation and even ideas to produce digital products, but they often feel overwhelmed or even uncertain about where to begin. The challenge lies in understanding what types of products to create and even how to position them in the market to attract buyers. And that's where Kittl comes in, who is graciously sponsoring today's video. Kittl's extensive library of pre-made templates helps significantly reduce the amount of time that creators are spending designing their products. They offer high quality elements, photos, textures, and even fonts that are built into their advanced editor, which enables creators to produce high quality digital products that resonate with their target audience. We are at the end of November, which means it is time for me to start designing and creating my 2025 digital planner. So we're gonna do that today together in today's video. I'm going to share with you how I'm designing my planner for 2025, and in doing so you will learn how to create and design your own digital planner in Kittl specifically. While I have been designing my own digital planners for years, I actually do not sell them. I will either offer them for free or I won't do that at all. I just will harbor it for myself and keep it for myself. But this particular planner I am going to make available for you, which begs the question, am I going to make it an undated planner, or is it going to be dated? If it's dated, technically you can use it again because it is digital in nature. You will have to go through a lot to kind of cover up the dates if you want to use it in the future. But if I make it undated, you could technically use it over and over again. And not only could you use it over and over again, but I could as well. This year in 2024, I designed my first ever dated planner, and that's why I'm having to create a new planner for 2025, even though that planner really worked for me. So in reality, I probably shouldn't have dated it, so I wouldn't be here designing another planner. But it's okay because I do like to switch it up every now and again. So let me share with you the most important elements of a digital planner for me. I am not pulling this out of thin air. I went through my 2024 planner to see which pages were actually used and which ones I feel like are going to be important enough for me to carry with me into 2025. Because if I didn't use it in 2024 and I'm not anticipating my life drastically changing in 2025, then it's worth choosing to forego spending time creating those templates and those pages that I'm not going to use. So here are my essentials. I'm gonna need a planner cover page. I don't really need one specifically, but when I'm looking at my planner in my preferred annotation app and I'm on the home page, I like for there to be a cover page just because it looks kind of cute. So I may create a cover page for this planner, or I could also just pull in a cover page in the future. I don't know, we'll see. So I'm thinking a cover page. I definitely enjoy having a vision board for the year, so we'll have that at the front of the planner. I'm thinking I'm going to create monthly dividers. They're not really important, I don't use them. They just divide one month from the next, but I kind of like that, and it doesn't take a lot of time at all for me to create a divider. I just literally put the month on the page and keep it moving. I'm going to need a monthly calendar section, so basically a calendar for each month for January to December. Although if it's undated, then technically I could get around not having that at all, but I do think I'm at least going to put the month on the top of each monthly calendar page. And I am going to need a task section. I am highly considering getting rid of the goals and tasks monthly dashboard that I was using in 2024, because respectfully, I didn't reference it that much because I do use another app for keeping all of my like short-term plans and goals and tasks organized. So I may forego that, for which case I may add like a task list or a notes list to my monthly page. I'm going to need a weekly page, which I am going to just duplicate and use each week. That's what I do. I'm going to need a daily page, and I normally like my daily pages to look like my weekly pages. You'll see how I make my planners cohesive, and I am really serious about my digital planners. I even give them a name each year because I don't know, I just feel like if I'm not going to buy a planner that someone else put a lot of time and energy into because I'm choosing to create my own, then I feel like I should put a decent amount of time and energy into creating the perfect planner that is aesthetically pleasing and that is functional and fits my needs, and do that for myself. I don't know, I'm not gonna short hand myself, I guess you might say, because I still am deserving of a pretty planner. So I am going to create a monthly mood board page. I'm going to create a monthly notes page, although the notes page doesn't get used a ton, but for whatever reason, I do like having a notes page in each month, because whatever notes I take in that month digitally, I put on that page, and it's easy to kind of find my notes as the year goes on. I could also just put a whole bunch of notes pages in the back. So I could do that. I'm considering doing that. And then finally, I love having a monthly reflection page. So we're definitely going to design one of those. Let's get into designing my 2025 digital planner. So we're on the home page of Kittl. And as you can see, there are so many different templates, pre-made templates for t-shirts, logos, hoodies and sweatshirts, bags, you name it. We're going to go to stationery, and then we're going to go to planners. These are going to be all of the different templates that you can choose from the planner category or the planners category. There are so many to choose from. If you're going to be designing your own planner, this is what I recommend. Using one of these templates and then building off of it. So if that's what you're going to do, then you might consider going with the template that most resonates with you. If we keep scrolling, and I'm trying to see which of these templates is my vibe pretty much. And I personally believe that the template that is more so my vibe is, this one's kind of my vibe. Don't you see that being something that I could use? The sleek professional weekly planner. I feel like that could be something that I could use. But also I feel like I like the daily productivity. I like the daily planner. I'm not really thinking about it completely aesthetically. I'm kind of thinking about the different templates, like as far as what I can tweak and what will be easiest to tweak based on what I know that I am going to be designing and what I like in a digital planner. If I'm being honest, this one is my favorite. Even though it's blue, we're gonna change that. So we're gonna select this one. We're gonna go into this weekly planner. The first thing that we're gonna do is change the background from blue to white, because in no world would I ever want a blue background for my planner. So that's the first thing we're gonna do. So we're gonna go down here to project colors. We're gonna change the blue to white. We can just slide it over to white, and then we can leave the black. And so this is gonna be our jumping off spot. I don't think this is the exact template that I'm going to be going for my weekly planner. I don't think my weekly planner will resemble this too much at all, but I normally go with like a vertical spread. I normally have an area for a bunch of my tasks and to-dos and notes. So this isn't terrible, but we're actually going to leave this page alone. And this is what I recommend that you do. I recommend that you duplicate that page. So we have just duplicated the page. Therefore, we're leaving that in its purest form, and we can kind of edit it or use elements from it as we move through this process. So remember, we need a cover page. One important thing that we need to consider when we're designing our first page is what font or fonts we're going to choose or go with, because as we are continuing to build out the rest of the planner, we want it to be cohesive. Of course, you can use a bunch of different fonts if you want. That's not my vibe. I'm gonna surf through these fonts and see which one that I like. I can tell you that because all of these are selected after I just selected weekly planner, that means that they are grouped together. So we're gonna ungroup them. And then we're just gonna start here. So if this is gonna be a cover page, we could probably delete everything else from this whole page except the weekly planner. And we didn't have to do that. We could have come to text over here, went to headline, and then added that. So it's either or. So I'm gonna actually just delete the weekly planner, and we're going to start here. Okay, so my planners are called the Simple Planner. This one would technically be volume 5. I don't know if I'm gonna put volume 5 on here, but we are gonna start out with Simple Planner. I'm gonna stretch this out, and then I'm gonna choose my font. I don't know about any other decorative elements that I'm going to add, but for now, this is what we have. I can say, I don't know what this summer sale font is exactly, but I like it. Like I like this one up here. This one is called, it's this, whatever this is called. But Bistro Signature. Let's see if I like that for my Simple Planner. Let's go to text, and then we're gonna go to Bistro Signature. I don't hate it, but I think it may be too cutesy for me. Well, that one's, let's see. Let's go to regular, and then let's change it to bold, because the bold one isn't bad. The summer one is bold. So that's not horrible. The only thing at this point is that it looks kind of boring, so we might have to add some other type of decorative elements. I think my only issue with this is that it's kind of boring. So I was thinking we might put like a box around the page. I just want to see if I can take this and bring it over here. Then I'm gonna stretch it out. Now, if I make a border on this page, I will likely make a border for every page. So I'm trying to keep that in mind. That's just for everything to be cohesive. So let's see if we want to add a border. You know what I was thinking of doing? All right, we're gonna duplicate this. Easy way to duplicate it is just to press that. And then we're gonna bring it over here, make sure it's lined up with the other one, which that suggests that it's lined up. And we're gonna make sure it's about even on the right side. And then we can duplicate this one. Bring it over. Oops, not that. We need the top one, that one. Duplicate that, bring it over, and then we're gonna stretch it. Then let's duplicate this, drag it down. And it's one of those situations where, I don't know, do I like that? How about this? Let's just bring this up and make it even. Okay, we'll bring that up. We'll bring this one up. And instead of, yeah, we'll bring that one up too. Oops, let's undo and try that again. It's actually easier to just duplicate this one, respectfully. So we're just gonna duplicate this and then bring it over and put it there. And everything looks even to me. I like to make sure that, yeah, so this one can be over a little. Yeah, that's better. And then this one can be up a little. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so that would be an example of the cover page. I'm not totally sold, but I kind of like it. I'm wondering if I want, let's duplicate this. I wonder if I want something like, ooh, I think I like that. Let's do something like that. That one's too long. Let's duplicate this one. Well, I think that one's too long too. Let's duplicate that. Let's just change the height, it's easy. So we're going to, the height is 361. We're gonna change the height to like 200, if that, maybe something different. Okay, we'll put that in the middle and then we'll duplicate that and let's see what that looks like. Okay, I think I like something like that. I don't know, the Simple Planner font is killing me, but for now, we're gonna go with it. I think that's what we're gonna go with. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so now we're going to duplicate this page again. Delete that, delete that. We're gonna change this to vision board. And then, what I think I wanna do, see, I like the vision board font better than the Simple Planner font. I don't know, I might change that. What I think we're gonna do here is we're gonna delete one of these, delete one of these, and then we're just gonna make this smaller. We can just change the height to, let's say 580. And then we're gonna drag this down all the way to the bottom. And I think I want this to kind of like live up here. I'm trying to make the vision board as big as I possibly can. Let's do this. Let's duplicate this. One thing we have to decide on is if we like this size of font, but I wanted this to kind of sit up here like such. You know what I was thinking of doing? I was thinking of making the top one like a bolder one for the whole planner. One other thing to consider is, do you want black fonts and elements on your planner, or do you want like a dark gray? Because it makes it a little bit less harsh. If I changed everything to like a dark gray, it would make it a little bit less harsh and not as harsh of a contrast between the white and the black. I was thinking that that could be a cute little design moment, like something like such. I don't know. Do we think that that's funky? I don't know. That's why this is, yeah, like for the whole planner. Don't you think that's kind of fun? Let me see. Let's duplicate this. Let's drag that over and let's see what it looks like. And we got to zoom in to make sure that everything at the bottom looks good. It's not going to be perfect. Is that weird? The only other thing I can think of, because I was thinking about doing this one too, and that just be like a funky design element. I kind of like it. Hear me out. Or I can just do the top and the bottom. See, just like that, I feel like it's kind of fun. I think we might have to go with it. I think we may go with that. One cool thing is you can move around the templates however you see fit. So I'm just gonna move this whole thing, select it and move it over there. And then we'll select this one and just move it over here. Okay, that's what I like about Kittl. Okay, I think that's kind of fun. We might change it. This is not even, that's for sure. Let's scoot this down and make it closer to even. That would help. Maybe we change the color here to like a gray. It's already not all the way black anyway. This will be a good time to add some color, but I'm not adding color to my planner. It's not my vibe. I'm not into it. That's kind of cute, particularly if we bring this to the front. But I kind of like it. It's kind of got spunk. We can leave it here for now, and then we can tweak the rest in the future. But I do recommend picking your fonts and your design elements first. Okay, our next page is going to be a monthly divider. My monthly dividers are going to literally be this. It only makes sense for the monthly divider to be just like the cover page. We can just go to duplicate and we can drag it over here to, to put it in line. Select all of it and drag it to get it in line. And then we can do, this would be January for the calendar. Okay, so now we need to create a monthly calendar. So when you're creating a monthly calendar, if you're gonna do an undated planner, you can go ahead and just do 7 columns, 1 for each day of the week, and then you can do 6 rows. Therefore, no matter what month it is, you'll always have enough rows and columns to date your planner effectively when it comes to your monthly calendar. So that's probably what we need to do. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna zoom in a little bit. We're just gonna do this the hard way. And again, this is gonna tell us if we need to change the lines, if the lines are weird. I just did something premature. Do we want to leave any space at the bottom of this? I think we're gonna have to. Okay, I lied. Let's scoot this up. Let's make this shorter rather. Let's just change the height here to 500. Let's do 475. No, let's do 400, 450. I'm gonna make my calendar, I think I'm gonna go to 500 perhaps. And then the bottom, I will leave space for all of my tasks and to-dos. Okay, so we can get rid of that. And then we can duplicate this and bring it over and drop it there. And then we can bring this up and drop it there. And then we can put some notes and to-dos down here. I actually don't hate this notes. It's good to have different fonts, I personally believe. So we might just drag over this whole notes and drop it there. I feel like it adds some contrast to have different fonts. I don't dislike that little notes. So let's leave that. And then let's now go back and duplicate these. So we're gonna duplicate. We'll just put one there, duplicate, duplicate. I saw that I messed that up. Duplicate, duplicate. That's 4, 5, is that 7? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we're gonna select all of these in the middle, I think. Let's see if we can do it here. We're gonna go to tidy and we're gonna do all of them so they can be evenly distributed. Let's do tidy. And just like that, they are evenly distributed. So we need to do the same thing for the rows. So let's bring that over. Ooh, you know what I'm thinking? Maybe we put the days of the week real small up in this little area up there. Maybe. I like to keep my planners minimal because I use a lot of stickers and colorful elements. So if my base is neutral, I can add all the color that I want to my heart's desire. We didn't have to do that. We can duplicate this and then add it up here. So we need 6 of these. Okay, for the notes, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna duplicate this, bring it down, duplicate it. If you want it like a little check mark, or if you want a little circle so that you can use it to check off. I don't know if I'm gonna put notes down here or tasks, you know? I feel like maybe I'll do both. All right, let's do that. Let's actually make this shorter. Let's make this 200, maybe. Let's drag it over here. Actually, I'm gonna make it as wide as this whole area just for like purposes of it being kind of cohesive. I'm just gonna make it as wide as that. So now let's just duplicate this a couple times and then we'll select both, duplicate those. And we can probably use the tidy up feature again to make sure these are tidied. Maybe I'll do notes and then tasks, or should I do goals and tasks? That's where it gets tricky. It's tricky. Maybe we can copy this whole thing and then paste it here. And then we'll go all the way to the end for continuity. And we'll make sure that's lined up perfectly. And then maybe this is tasks, like monthly tasks. Do we put monthly tasks? Do we just leave it as tasks? I'm thinking these are too long, unfortunately, even though we just spent all that time doing that. I'm thinking the task only needs to be like this far. That long, rather, I should say, not this far. I think that would work. Now let's duplicate this. Then we could do another row too, or we can leave that blank and we can decorate there and we can put decorative things there too. Do we want to put anything up here? I was thinking that we could put like a line there and then maybe do another one. Let's try that and make this one smaller. Let's do the width at 200 and that could be like a decorative element. Let's see if we like that. You see the vision? Do you see the vision? Is it black? Okay, it is black. What if we made it like a light gray? Would that be cute? Just like as a gentle little design element. Nothing too crazy. What do we think? You see the vision? I know you see the vision. That could be cute. I'm also wondering though, if we want this to be bigger. Like, do we want our text to be like 40? So it overlaps kind of thing. Whatever we choose is what we got to go with for the rest of the planner. You know, let's duplicate this. We're going to bring it up a little bit too big. Let's go with 7. We're going to make this the exact same width of the box here. So that will make it easy for us to make sure it's perfectly lined up. Let's go to center it and then let's go to 7 and see what that looks like. Well, let's change it. Do we want Monday written out or do we want MON? And then let's go to the middle and that's the middle. All right, that's perfect. So if we duplicate that and bring it over to here, we can change that to Tuesday. Oh, am I gonna do a Monday start? That's the thing. Let's do a Sunday start. The one thing I was thinking about, y'all, is if I should change this whole box, all of this, to like a gray. You see what I mean? I kind of like that. Another option is we actually don't have to have a border at all. Let's delete that entirely. We don't have to have a bottom border either. They're just, the opportunities are endless. Do we want that? I don't mind that, but I also don't mind that either. I feel like everything on the page is a little bit flat, if I'm being honest. So I'm thinking about, what if I make this line here at the top? I was thinking about making this whole border back here black. Like that whole thing, this black, and then making all the font white. I like that. That I like. I think I think that might do it. Let's select all of these and change them to white. That means, are we gonna change this to black and this to black and this to black? Even though I do like that color. I do like that color, I truly do. This to black. Is that too harsh? This to black. I kind of like this. This is giving. It's taken a while. How long have we been at this? 50 minutes. I even have an energy drink. It is time to create the meat and potatoes, which is going to be our weekly page, which I have over here as like a template. At this point, we probably can delete this whole thing because I don't think I'm going to use anything from it. So we're going to duplicate this page. I am going to leave it there. And then I'm going to come in here and we are going to build our weekly page off of this. What that means, I don't know. It could mean that we delete that and we delete, yeah. It could mean, I kind of like you know what I just noticed? This font, let me see what this is. This is medium, and let me see what this is, because it's not the same. That's regular, that's why. Oh, let's see what bold looks like against the, I kind of like the bold. Okay, let's try the bold. For which case we're gonna delete this because we made so many changes that we might as well just delete that whole thing. Duplicate this again, and we need to figure out what this is gonna look like. I think it could actually look pretty much how it looks now. We can, I think so. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna delete these. I'm about to semi-blow your mind. And then I think we can delete this one and this one. And maybe that is where we put all of our weekly plans. And then we can delete this whole thing and put our tasks there. Or we can, okay, I'm about to blow your mind. So the reason why I'm thinking of leaving the weekly as it is, even though it's very similar to the monthly, is because when I bring over my plans from Sunday through Saturday, when I copy them from the monthly, if I leave the columns the same size, I can literally paste the plans and they will fall exactly within my weekly because the sizing is still the same. Even though I like a Monday start when I'm planning my week, I am considering leaving it a Sunday start just off the strength of the fact that when I drag it over to plan my week, I can leave everything alone. So I am considering, y'all, this being our weekly. I can get rid of all of this down here and add more space for goals and tasks. So with that being said, maybe we delete this. We're gonna make all of these much shorter. We're gonna drag all of these up for now. What I know for sure what we're gonna do is we're gonna move these up. And then I'm wondering what to do with this other space, or do I just leave it blank for me to do free, like decorating and put stickers and stuff like that. Like I said, I can add a habit tracker, but I don't need to. I can do all those types of things. Another thing that I'm considering is if I'm gonna add in a circle element so that I may check off my to-dos. Let's say I added this, it's too big, but let's say I added this as a part, like, you know, put that in the middle somewhere. I think it's too big, like that. And I think that we would do like a light color. So that's another thing that we need to consider. Are we gonna add like a checkbox? I think we're gonna have to. I can't envision a world where I didn't have it. Another thing that I'm considering doing is making these lines longer. I am not at, so I could, I'm trying to see. I think we need to just delete all these and mess with this first. So let's see if we want to add that up here, like that. Maybe we put that up there. Yeah, like right there. And then let's duplicate this and see what we think. Oh, I was gonna make this a little bit longer, I think. Like maybe here. And so then let's just duplicate this. So it's the same. And oops, go back. Oops, go back. Duplicate this. Is it duplicated already? Nope. Duplicate this. Bring it down. Make sure it's the same about there. So maybe we then duplicate this page, and then this then becomes our daily. So what do we want our daily to look like? I think we definitely want space for an hourly section, and then a space for, I think I don't need a space for my personal and work tasks on my daily page. I think I can just have a space for all of my tasks. So I'm just gonna call this tasks. I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't know what this is about to look like, but I'm thinking that we will need to add, maybe we can, okay, I know what we're gonna do, I believe. Yeah, I think we're gonna call this agenda. Then we're gonna get rid of all of this. And then we're gonna make this smaller. We can delete that for now because we can get that from somewhere else. We're gonna move the tasks up and over here and line it up with the agenda basically. Or maybe I'll do, all right, let's do that. And then maybe for design purposes, this should come all the way over, or like further over. And this should be over there. Oh, maybe a little bit further. This is just for design purposes. This will need to be much longer because we're gonna go all the way down the page, I think. We can duplicate this, drag it over, and we can make, oh yeah, we're gonna make that the same. So we would make that there so it's kind of even. I think that that's appropriate. I personally believe. Can actually probably make that a little bit wider. Duplicate. This is where we put, I probably need to, oh wait, I need to duplicate it. I don't want it. I need to duplicate it. Okay, I was thinking this is where we put the time. So this one, let's say we want to start at 6 a.m. But I'm just gonna put 6. That might be a little bit too big. Maybe that. Let's get that lined up. We could put it in the middle here. About there is the middle. So let's duplicate this first. And let's get it lined up. Now let's duplicate that again and bring it down and try to get it lined up. Okay, I decided to go until 11. 6, 6:30, 7, 7:30, 8, 8:30, 9, 9:30, 10, 10:30, 11, 11:30, 12, 12:30, 1, 1:30, 2, 2:30, 3, 3:34, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What this tells me is that I could actually have made this bigger, but I don't know that I want to. Let's bring the personal tasks over. Okay, I duplicated that. I should probably just start copying and pasting. That probably would be a better use of my time. And remember, I made these lines all line up on purpose so that just for it to look good. Let's duplicate that. Drag this down. Do notes. That's my bad. I just accidentally added a bunch of stuff. Let's just go back. Do we want to call this notes? And then do some lines. Let's duplicate this, bring it down. Then we can duplicate it again, bring it down to here, duplicate it again, rotate it to a 90 degrees, bring it over here, drop it. Actually, let's make it a little bit smaller. Why is this? Oh, I didn't line it up properly. Bring it over here, bring it down some more, a little bit more. Let me line this up. We'll do that and then bring it up. Bring it down a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. Well, bring this down a little bit. Okay, that looks good. And then duplicate this. That seems like a lot for the page. So I think one way to get around this being a lot is changing this to a lighter gray would help that out a whole bunch because it's just kind of harsh. Now let's move on to our monthly mood board. I don't think I'm gonna do the notes. I think I'm gonna call that good. The mood board is gonna be easy. You wanna know why? We're just gonna copy this whole, we're gonna copy this whole page. And we're gonna get our mood board that way. So we're just gonna do mood board. Or did we just wanna put January? And we know that that is the mood board for January because it's gonna be in January. I wanna copy all of this or select all of this, and then I want to duplicate. I want to duplicate the whole page. We can leave the January. We're going to change this to highs. Yep. Oh, but here's what we're gonna do, because I don't think, ooh, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring this up here, line it up, bring this one up here, line it up. So here's what we're gonna do. Look how easy this is. We're gonna duplicate this. We're gonna call this one favorites. This one is actually supposed to be favorites. I'm pretty sure. Yes. The highs and the favorites need the most. And then this one, I could put lows right beside favorites. And then the other one is lessons learned. I think I actually want the habit tracker. I could change it up, or I could just have it look like this, right? So let's copy. And then let's paste. And then let's line this up. I have added this line here just like as a guide so I can make sure that everything is lined up perfectly. There are so many ways that you could do this, but yeah, as I mentioned, I'm pretty peculiar. I'm gonna scoot it up a little bit. And I want everything to be right on top, just like sitting on top of the line. Before we continue on this path of duplicating all of these pages, making the February set, the March set, you know, the April section and all of that, it is in our best interests to go ahead and download this, import it as a PDF into GoodNotes, and see if we're liking the vibes, because we may have to tweak some of the text and we may have to tweak some of the colors and things like that, but we do have our layout, which is important. So let's go ahead and import this into GoodNotes and just take a look and see what it's looking like. Okay, so I'm on Kittl on my iPad. I am gonna go to download. I'm gonna go to PDF, and here is where you can adjust the width and the height if you wish. We're just gonna leave ours as is. I am going to select optimize quality, and then I'm gonna press download. I'm actually quite nervous because I am wondering what this is gonna look like. So we're gonna go to the minimalist weekly planner. We're gonna unzip it. All of the elements are gonna, all of the pages are going to appear here. We're gonna select all. We're gonna go to share. We're gonna go to open in GoodNotes, and it doesn't really matter where we open them. We're not gonna open them for, like, in my current planner. We're gonna go to import as new document. We're gonna go to random, and then I normally put random stuff in this. So are we gonna do that? Yeah, let's do that. So we're importing it. Again, I'm pretty nervous because I'm wondering what this is gonna look like. All right, let's go to random. And we actually need to add all of these together so that they're in one but we may have to do that later. Let's just look at the first page and see what that's about. That's kind of cute. Okay. Yeah, that's the first page. And then, let me go back here. Let's go to, oops, we went out of good notes. Let's go to what was the second page? Oh, the vision board. The vision board looks good. Like, as far as a vision board, what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna add in different photos. So let's add in this as an example. And then I'm just going to create my vision board in here. That looks pretty good. I guess if I had to make any corrections or suggestions, it kind of looks weird by itself. I might add, you know, I had the little decorative design element that was kind of faint. I had it up here for the other pages. I think I'll add that to this page. So that's one thing that I could add. This is January. That looks kind of cute. I mean, you know, it's fine. You know, I wasn't 100% sold on that design element, so I may tweak it. Then what do we have next? We would have had my monthly calendar. This I'm not mad at, but as I'm in good notes, I'm realizing that I do like, I feel like this is fine. Yeah, I think I would use a thinner pencil. Yeah, and then I could date it. I do like this. This actually looks good. I'm now wondering if, let's say a goal is, let's say lose 20 pounds. I was wondering if this is, I'm writing really badly. I was wondering if this was too small, too short rather, the lines, but I guess, let's see. Contact, let's see, I don't know, car insurance provider. I could make these a little longer. That might be a change that I make, but otherwise I'm okay with this, and I like the light gray. Let's add a sticker. Let's go to elements. We're gonna go to refocus. Okay. That's looking good. I'm just thinking about if I'm adding in different colors and stuff. I think this is gonna be cute. Okay. All right, what about if we add this sticker? And you know what we can do is we can, let's see, what is this about? Okay, I was just trying to fill this up, like if every month I wanted to add something fun down there at the bottom. Yeah, I do like the little faint lines up here. I think that's kind of cute. All right, I think we like this, friends. Okay, let's keep going. I'm nervous. All right. Then we have the weekly planner. I am nervous about that. But remember, I told you my goal is if I have plans on each, let me show you. If I have plans on each day, duplicate. Too many systems that I work with. And then I have a Mac operating system at home, and then I have Windows at work. So trying to remember all of this can be confusing. All right, let's duplicate that. So I was telling you the whole point of this is so that I can copy like such, and then I can, if it's the same width, I can just paste like that. You see the vision? Let's do this though. Let's say we have a to-do of, actually let's just use this. Let's pretend this is a meeting. Let's pretend this is for a meeting. Let's just say we have meeting at 1 p.m. and we want to bring it over to from our Sunday monthly to our Sunday weekly. That is how that would look. Okay, and let's try our personal. Let's see, personal to do might be cancel Amazon subscription. I think that's plenty of space. In fact, I think I have so many personal and so many work tasks that I could consider tweaking this as well. All right, let's keep going. Let's look at our daily. Is this it? Oh, see, we're gonna have to tweak that because that didn't even come over. I don't know what happened there, but the notes looks good. I love the light gray down here. That looks great. I might change all of this to light gray. I'm contemplating that. By the way, I don't know why that didn't come over, but we'll figure it out. And then we have our mood board, same thing for each month. I just bring in little photos, and I like to have the border because of that. So I'm trying to figure out, I guess I would start it there underneath. Start adding my photos underneath the black line here. Yes, I think I am going to add that decorative element over here though, because otherwise it looks kind of boring. What do we have next? We have, I don't know why that one didn't do right. So the only one we have left is this one. And then the January didn't come over, so we'll have to tweak that. I don't know why the January didn't come over. That's interesting. Yeah, the January didn't come over, but I do like that decorative element. Okay, let's say a high for this is going home. That could be a high. Okay, I do like this page. I do like it. I just need the January to have pulled over. And then the habits. Let's say my habit is taking... let's just say taking vitamins. I just wanted to see if there was a longer habit. Normally my habits are like small. I kind of abbreviate them. So let's do vitamins. And then I normally just do a dot. I'll have to adjust my dot. That's my normal size for the current planner. So I'll have to go to, what size is this? I'm using a 4.45. This, I'll have to edit this for 2025. I'll have to change some of my different highlighter tips and thicknesses and pencil thicknesses and stuff. So let's try 4.0. That could do the trick, but I think it's a little bit too big. So let's do 3.8. That's a little bit too big too. So maybe 3.75. Dang, that's too big. 3.5? That's okay, but I feel like it's too big too. 3.0. Final answer. 3.0 will be our thickness for this particular planner. And then we can just do that. Okay, I think if the January came over, this wouldn't have been so weird. Let me show you my current planner. Let me close this work one before something confidential pops up. So let me just close that out. Okay, this is my current monthly. So let's close that and that. Well, I can show you my current cover page. That's my current cover page. I'm considering doing something similar like this for this year because it was just a cute little vibe. So those are the differences between the two. I could also lose the border, but I kind of like it. I don't know, we might keep it. All right, that's my monthly. This is my current monthly. As you can see, I had no lines and stuff like that. So I may do something similar. I do like this. I just may change the font here a little bit, maybe, potentially. I might make this like a light gray. I may do that. But otherwise, I kind of like it. It's kind of fun. I like the goals and the tasks down here at the bottom. This is just terribly ugly, so let's get rid of it. All right, this is the weekly, and this is an example. That's the page I'm not taking with me. This is an example of my current weekly. So one thing that I noticed is that because these were so small, when I copied them and pasted them over, I always had to adjust them and make them bigger. I do like this size. This is a very tiny size, but I kind of feel like it will do the trick. And if I'm trying to zoom in on a particular day, I can just zoom in. It would make planning so much easier if the weekly and the monthly section was the same size. So I think I may keep this the same. I think I have too much for personal and work, too many to do, maybe. I don't know, kind of. I might get rid of some and then spread them out a little bit further like this so that I can write bigger. Cause like for here, I can write without having to zoom in. I normally do zoom in, but technically I don't have to. So let's see, I'm trying to, let's see, cancel. Oh, that's because I normally use this. Hold on, let's go to that one. Let's say I'm trying to do cancel Amazon. I don't have to zoom in if I don't want to. I normally do, but if I make the space between these bigger, I'm also thinking about this and how this is a little bold, but I might keep it. I might change it, change the color. But yeah, if I adjust the lines, then I might not have to zoom in, because for now I am gonna have to zoom in, absolutely. 100%. But I do like the top part. That's perfect. I do like that. That's perfect. Oh, this is my current daily schedule. This is my mood board for November notes, and then this is the page. So really not too much of a difference. Let's go between that one and this one. I mean, it kind of looks the same. Yeah, I would run out of place for favorites and highs like I'm already doing for November, but I didn't have that many lessons or lows. That's why I was considering doing this. What I could also do is get rid of I might actually get rid of the lines here, the borders as I like to call them. I might get rid of those just to make it not so harsh. You see how this is pretty chill? I might do the same thing. And then we have the habits down here. What did I do this time? Okay, I did habits. Oh, that's actually kind of smart. Wait, I did habits and then I did the numbers up there. So I would do habits over here and then the numbers up here in white. That's something I could consider doing. Decisions. Let me go make these changes. I might be back if it's not dark. I feel like I need to put in a good 30 minutes to make this planner perfect. If it's too dark, which it might be, I'll just come back tomorrow and do a final flip through of my 2025 digital planner. So here is the finished product. We have the cover page with the very faint lines. We have the vision board with the very faint lines at the top, you know, my little decorative element. Then we have January, same thing. This is actually the monthly spread decorated. I decided to decorate it a little bit just to kind of see what the vibes would be. And I dated it with my pen. And yeah, I like it. Then we have the weekly, very faint lines. What was cool is that I was able to copy over these plans and kind of bring them over here, and I didn't have to adjust them. And this is a line that I actually just added there for funsies so I can get rid of it. I decided that maybe some weeks I do want to add some structure, but for the most part I'm just going to leave it unstructured. So it's just going to have these very faint lines throughout the planner. And I did adjust the tasks down here and made them bigger so I don't have to zoom in to write necessarily. And then I added a note section as well. Then we have the daily page, faint lines, except at the bottom I decided to leave those a little darker for some contrast. So I did leave those alone. And then we have the mood board and then my monthly reflection. Oh, and I did change up the habits. I put that up there and then put the numbers up here. So I like it. I think it's cute. I am officially finished designing this particular planner. Realistically, sometimes I do create multiple planners. Again, I normally just create the planners for me, so I just am at liberty to create a bunch or tweak it or mess around with it, play around with it. But at any rate, I am going to release this one for free so you can get your hands on this one if you want to try out digital planning. Don't let another moment, minute, or even month pass you by. If you are thinking about creating your own planners, your own digital products, digital resources, try Kittl for free using the link in my description box. I do have a coupon code, which is SHAYT, S-H-A-Y-T. And if you use it, then you will get 25% off of your first month or your first year on all paid plans. This is for both pro and expert and only for new users. I hope that you guys found this video to be helpful. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a like, subscribe if you're new, and if you're liking what you're seeing. Shout out to Kittl again for sponsoring today's video, and I will catch you guys right back here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye guys.